Hi there, this is Chunky Thorpe, the Extreme One Chunk Ironman Burthorpe edition, and this is episode 1 of season 2. Before we get started with the brand new season, I think it's time we'll have a quick look at what happened in season 1, so let's have a look, shall we? We started by losing the Arc Corsatus to a misclick, then spent 50 hours to get a pair of Black Claws that were useless in the end, rolled the Warriors Guild as our first chunk, killed 18,000 civilians to enter said Warriors Guild, and managed to get all the defenders fairly quickly, even got ourselves many curve bones, paid multiple visits to a good friend of mine, Hans in Lumbridge, got my best in slot 1 in 18,000 Dragon Spear, dominated the competition in Connect 4, killed a total of 10,000 Mithril Armor sets, avenged my death by getting 99 attack and 99 strength on the soldier that took my hardcore status. I then trimmed my attack cape on purpose. I messed it up. I picked it up. I didn't fucking telegraph it. Killed 58,000 Cyclops and gained over 1,000 defenders to finally roll North Taverley, then Death Plateau, and finally rolled the Taverley Dungeon chunk. And now you're all caught up. Now that we're all caught up, let's start with Season 2, Episode 1. I truly hope you guys enjoy, and let's start exploring our brand new chunk, potentially a death chunk. I guess you'll have to watch until the end to find out. Okay, for the very first time, we will make good use of our 17 Hunter. We will enter this center of crop circle, which will bring us straight to Puro-Puro. And yeah, that will be our destination of choice for a very long time, as I do need to get 89 Hunter from these guys. And we will obviously start off with babies. Luckily, this gentleman here can give us our very first supplies, and he will give us a net and some jars. There it is. We can start. We can officially start catching some implings. I will bank 2 just in case I never run out. Always have those. And yeah, let's get to some catching implings for real this time. Okay, we've been doing some baby catching implings, and we just got 20 Hunter. Not too bad so far. I mean, obviously it's Puro-Puro, it's not ideal, but the babies are very easy to catch as they're basically stuck in the corner of the room, so even if you fail, they'll just go to the corner here, so you cannot lose them. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, first thoughts on Puro-Puro, not too bad so far. And yeah, that's just probably I've caught 70 so far, and that's just 70 of many, many more to come, but we will power through for sure. So I just caught a little over 100 gourmet implings, and it got me to level 30 Hunter, so that's a pretty nice start. But also, I have my first clue step that I can do. I have about 12 easy clue steps that I can actually do now that I have a bunch of new chunks. Most of them are in Taverley. So yeah, gourmet implings are not the best implings for me to catch. Baby and young implings would still be better XP overall. But because there's a really good chance I manage to do a lot of clues while catching gourmet implings, I'll definitely try to juggle them a bit. We'll see how many I end up ending up with, which I'm hoping I get a fair amount, because I'd really like to get an not an air battle staff, an air staff from easy clue score rewards, and there are other clue score rewards that would be nice, but mostly I really, really would like to get a nice air staff so I could auto cast some spell and also save on air runes. That way I would never have to worry about air runes ever again, but we shall see. That is level 35. Slowly getting there. I have not yet gone another easy clue step that I could do. I have gone 22 clue steps so far, and still the one singular easy clue step. I'll keep you guys updated if I do get a second one though. And there is 36 Hunter. Can now catch Earth Impling. Not really a lot of things that would be useful for Earth Impling, so I probably won't catch many. I'll definitely catch a few just to, if I see them rolling around, I'll definitely attempt to catch them, but I'll stick to Gourmets for a bit. Probably until Essence Implings could still actually be useful to me. We shall see. So, I'm never going to be able to use it, but I did get a Grubby Key, which is 1 in 500 from these Gourmet Implings, so, I mean, I guess we'll take it. It took, let's see how many it took. It took about 600 gourmet implings, so slightly dry, but again, I'll most likely never used it. Never used these, but I got one. I think for the very first time, it's time to do some raking content because we might as well. Let's see. Unfortunately, this guy does not sell any spade, so I can actually not do any farming. But I can actually rake, although I have no reason to. I figured you guys might want some good old raking content. It's taking longer than I thought, not gonna lie. But we will get there. Also, I've gotten some compost and some super compost from earth implings, so I will use those. And I will actually get a farming level, believe it or not, in raking. 6 farming. Sorry for headphones users, that was a bit loud, but it is what it is. And I will use one of my super composts as it will be some OK XP. And there it is. A bit of raking done. Probably I'm not going to rake a lot more of those because I really don't need them. 6 farming, but I don't need 15 or 75 because I don't have access to a spade, so I cannot plant anything. But yeah, we do have access to a raking patch if we'd like, and we have access to this leprechaun here that will hold some of our buckets, compost, and rake. So it's pretty nice. That is a 4th clue step from the gourmet impling, so I'm not guaranteed an easy clue step, so let's go ahead and do that. Time to do clue step number 1. Is it a back-to-back clue? It is not, so this one is gone, but we still have 3 more, so that's fine. Let's do the other step. This could potentially be a casket. It is not, and that is not a clue we can do, so with the 4 clues we'll get only 1 clue unless we get lucky and get back-to-back steps, I guess. But yeah, I will do probably one more easy clue step or one more easy clue scroll reward after on the gourmet implings, then I will move on probably to essence implings. So we shall see how many clue scrolls we actually end up getting. This could also be a clue scroll reward. Are we lucky? Yes, we are. So that is a 3-step clue, so we'll have one more clue left on the ground for another clue casket. Let's see what we get in this one. We get a coif, which is actually not that bad, not going to lie. It is going to be best in slot range helmet, so it's not all bad, but obviously we were hoping for something better. We're really hoping for an air battle staff, not an air battle staff, just an air staff, but we will take the coif. It is better than nothing. This gourmet impling is going to give us a nice 42 hunter, which is enough to catch essence impling, which means I can finally get the upgraded butterfly net. So we will go and do that. I'll be right back when I have it. Okay, I quickly ran around and got what I needed. We unlocked the magic butterfly net. If you don't know what that is, it basically is the exact same as this regular butterfly net. It just has an 8% better catch rate. So in the long run, it makes a big difference. So yeah, best in slot net acquired. Now, the issue with essence impling, I would like to move on to these guys, but they respawn every 30 seconds, meaning that I literally have to wait 30 seconds every time I catch one in the best spots they have, and I can catch them roaming around maybe, but they are ideal for me as they give a ton of runes, and I would really like to increase my magic level with the runes from essence implings. However, it's not going to be good XP. I already know it's bad XP. I've seen other people do it, and Essence Implings is really, really bad XP. Gourmet Impling is also very bad XP, but I want to do some clue scrolls, so I'll do one more clue scroll from Gourmet Implings. I currently have 3 clue scrolls that I can do on the ground, so I'll get a 4th step to guarantee it. Then I will probably move on to Young or Baby Implings. I will catch Essence Impling for a couple hours for sure, just so I get a bit of a rune stack going. But then I'll go for XP, because the best XP per hour is going to be Eclectic in the long run, so once I'm 52, I'll be getting way more XP from the Eclectic, because currently the XP per hour from Gourmet Implings is barely 6,000 per hour. As you can see, I've been playing a lot today, and it averaged out to 5.6k, but realistically it's probably more 6.5k, but the XP at Gourmet Implings is really, really not good. But yeah, we move on. I'm going to bang this butterfly net just in case. And well, whatever. I'll drop this one. I don't need it. But yeah, that's a lot of nets. A bit unfortunate. It's the first dragon impling I see. I'm only 42 hunter, so obviously I can't catch it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I called it to my clanmates. Nobody is online to catch it, unfortunately. So it'll be eventually called by a bot, which pretty sad, but it is what it is. Okay, pretty nice. I finally got four more clue step that I can do, so we'll complete at least one more easy, maybe two if we're very lucky. But that is the last time I'll juggle clue scroll at gourmet implings. I've caught, let's see, I've got over about 1600, and the last clue step, I was stuck at three clue step for about 500 gourmets, so kind of I'm kind of over gourmet implings right now, and yeah, that'll be the last batch of clue scrolls I'll do. Then I'll move on to essence and then young implings, still eclectics basically. So I'll go XP per hour rather than trying to get more easy clues because, yeah, this was just awful overall. Valley Park is really close by. Unfortunately, I can't do it, so not gonna have an extra step. But who knows? Maybe I complete a clue in. Maybe I complete two clues in 2 steps. We shall see. Okay, second step. Do we get a casket? We do get a casket. Okay, so we have two more steps. What I'll do is I'll open this and I'll do the other two. Hopefully, we get another step in those that I can do. But yeah, I'm not gonna go and hunt for more. So if we're very lucky, we'll get two casket. But yeah, let's quickly make some space so I can loot the chest. And we get air staff would be amazing. We get another coif, purple sweets, and trouts. Not amazing, but I guess it is a collection log and duplicate coif. Oh well. Okay, this is the second step of this specific clue. If this is not a casket, this is most likely a drop. That's going to be a drop, isn't it? Yep, that is not a step we can do. So, fortunately, with 1500 gourmet implings, we managed to complete two easy clues. Wish I could have gone more, but yeah, I really need to stop catching gourmet implings. The XP per hour is just atrocious, and I cannot stand seeing more gourmets, so we will move on to a different impling. Figured I would take a small break of Puro-Puro and do something that I've been debating on and dreading a bit. Um, with my chunk goals, the new chunk goal that has been added is 95 cooking. I need to make a partial summer pie, meaning that I have access to strawberries and a pie dish. So I have everything I need to make a part summer pie, which would require 95 cooking. I have a +5 boost, I have Chef Delight, so realistically I would only need 90, well, only need 90. It is still a very hard grind, and my only reliable source of cooking XP is actually those raw chickens here. Uh, yes, I can get a bit of XP here and there from certain impling drops and whatnot, but nothing consistent. The only consistent XP I can get, as I have no shops that sell raw food, I have no monsters that drop a lot of food or a good amount of raw food. I have no fishing spots that I can use. So this is the best it's going to get. It's level 2 range, let's go. It is killing chickens, which obviously is not going to be good XP per hour. Uh, so I'm still debating whether or not I actually want to go through with making the partial summer pie, meaning that instead of getting 90 cooking, my goal would actually be 60 cooking, which would be to cook a curry, as I have every ingredient I need to make a full curry and actually cook the curry. Whereas the partial summer pie, I actually cannot cook. I don't gain any XP from making the partial summer pie. I only add strawberries to a raw pie dish, and I don't get cooking XP for that. And I cannot cook it because I don't have all the ingredients. So I'm still on the fence whether or not I want to backlog or not do 90 cooking. I will at least do 60, that's for sure. But yeah, this is the start. I'm going to use these bronze arrows here until I'm 20 range and I have a bunch of gear upgrades and a better short bow that I can use. And when I maybe 40 range, I'll start using my black knives over here. It's going to be good range XP overall, and I need to kill a ton of chickens to at least get 60. So yeah, while I need a small break of Puro-Puro, I can either do woodcutting or killing some chickens. And I've decided for now I kind of want to kill chickens. So yeah, now we train range. Oh, and it only took like 10 chickens. I've killed 13 chickens, and unfortunately, I did not realize that he was running away from me. And as I clicked to pick up the loot and get its raw chicken, I walked over here, and apparently, just a little section in Tenzing's Coop gives you the music for Camelot. I don't know why that this chunk here gives you a song for Camelot for simply stepping here, but that's another song that means I have to restart my account. So okay, I'll redo the whole Warrior Guilds grind, and I'll come back when my account's like 50 days old, just for a silly mistake for a raw chicken. That is our first inventory of chicken, also level 5 range, but more importantly, we actually get 600 total level, which, I mean, it's a vast difference from the Warriors Guild chunk where the only thing I could train was combat stats. Now I can actually train a lot of stats, and my total level is going to skyrocket basically. So it feels good to actually be able to train and not just kill Cyclops all day. So I can train Hunter, cooking, fletching, with cutting. So many things I can train. So my total level by the end of this chunk should be, I don't want to say it's going to be 1,000, but it's going to be pretty close, as I need 99 woodcutting, 95 fletching, 89 hunter, 60 cooking, and other stats. So yeah, total level is definitely going to 5 cooking. Total level is definitely going to look way better by the end of this chunk, as I must have been like I was 114 combat with about 550 total level. So yeah, it didn't look very good. It'll look slightly better. Maybe the bot tracker is going to stop thinking that I'm a bot. Let's see. What does it think currently? See, I mean, it did a bit of a difference. Now I'm only an 82% PVM melee bot, and there's a 13% chance I'm a real player, which used to be 96, so I'm less of a bot now, I guess. So there's been a question I've been asked many times, and I figured this is the perfect opportunity for one of your favorite segment in Marc's Math. So let's have a look at if this Taverly Dungeon chunk is actually a death chunk. Well, if we look at the skilling grinds I have 3 major skilling grinds. The first one being Puro-Puro to 89 Hunter. I average about 14.5 thousand XP per hour, which would take roughly 330 hours. Now, I can technically combine woodcutting and fletching together, as by going through 99 woodcutting, I'll get pretty darn close to 95 fletching. So if I average about 30,000 woodcutting XP per hour, this is on the pretty optimistic side, considering I have to fletch every log I have, that would take roughly 435 hours. Now, PVM wise, I need a smoldering stone. That's on average 32,000 hellhounds I need to kill. If I average about 3 kills per minute, roughly 190 per hour, that would mean it would take roughly 175 hours. Lag dragons is a bit difficult because on average, I think I can kill 1 every 2 minutes, and that's again on the very optimistic side, which would require me about 335 hours. Obviously, these two could take way more or way less. It's purely RNG. So, how long would that take? If we just take these 4 grinds, that would take 1,275 hours. That's not counting killing 8,000 chicken for 60 cooking. That's not counting all the trips I have to make from the bank to the Taverly Dungeon, and many other small grinds. So roughly, I would say it's fair to say that this chunk will probably take 1,500 hours. Now, is that a death chunk or just a very long chunk? I'll let you decide. I think it kind of is a death chunk, but some would say it's just a very long chunk. I guess we'll see. So I actually got, well, I was going to say lucky. That's actually pretty unlucky because Captain or Not is probably one of the worst random events, but that's okay. I was on my way to get 50, which is Eclectic Implings, meaning that I will not be completing any more easy clue scrolls as soon as I hit 50 because I'll be focusing on Eclectics. But I somehow managed to get a 4th clue step that I could do pretty much right before the level, so that's pretty nice. So we will be guaranteed at least a clue scroll. So let's do the first step. Do we get a back-to-back clue step? We do not, but we have 3 more clues to do, so let's get it done. Okay, second step. I just attacked the druid. That's okay. Did not get a clue in 2 steps, so we'll have to use our 3rd step, meaning that we'll only get 1 clue done out of these 4s. Could have been 2, but we'll take the 1, it's fine. And this is the 3rd step. We get a clue, so There's basically no chance that the last step we have remaining gives us a back-to-back step. So this is probably the only clue casket we'll get. So let's see what we get. We get a black pickaxe, which is actually going to be... do I have access? I do have access to my troll pickaxe, so that's useless. I guess Bando's page is a collection log item. I already have a willow short bow, so nothing useful, but it's 2 collection logs, so we will take it. And with this last youngin playing, we're going to get a nice 50 hunter, which unlocks eclectic implings, which will be the best impling I can catch for a very, very long time. So no more easy clue juggling. We will be medium clue juggling. I did manage to get 1 clue step. I have 4 medium clue steps that I can do. This is one of them. So we will have a slight head start with the eclectics, where I will be juggling 1 medium clue steps for now. And yeah, let's start getting some eclectics. After a whopping, let's see, how many was that? 91 eclectics, I get my first best in slot, which are the red spiky vambraces. I can't wear them just yet, I'm not 60, but when I'll be 60 range, they'll be best in slot, so that's very nice to get out of the way. And also, I don't know what's up with me in Clue Scrolls, but I have got 92 eclectic implings, and the drop rate for medium clue is 1 in 25, and I've not gotten a single Clue Scroll so far. So I'm almost 4 times the drop rate, which, I mean, I know it's going to balance itself out in the long run, but I wouldn't mind seeing a clue scroll. That'd be pretty nice. Okay, I just got done with my first eclectic full session. Got a best in slot with the booby-eyed chaps. I also got a battle staff, which is the only staff I can get in my chunk. So because I don't have fire giants, I can't get something like a fire battle staff. I can't get a regular magic staff from moss giants as I don't have any moss giants. So if I want to actually autocast any spells, it'll be with the battle staff. So I won't be saving any runes using it, but at least I'll be able to autocast because it's literally the only staff I have access to until Slayer staff, which requires 55 Slayer, which I'm pretty far away. So yeah, I guess the battle staff will be best in slot for quite a while. I needed a small break of Puro-Puro. I've been at it all day, well, 2 days in a row that I've been doing pretty hard Puro-Puro. So I figured another thing I really need to do, and that is quite AFKable, is 99 woodcutting. So I'm not saying I'm going to go and do 99 woodcutting right away, not at all. But if I do need a Puro-Puro break, I think woodcutting is a good thing I can do, as I don't benefit from having a higher hunter level for my woodcutting. So I think it's a good idea to alternate between the two for the time being. So whenever I'm woodcutting level 2. So whenever I'm too tired of Puro-Puro, do some woodcutting and some fletching. And, that's the plan. So I'll probably do up until level 30 until I unlock Willows, and then I'll probably go back to Puro. But for now, let's chop some evergreen trees, get to level 15, be able to equip to use their steel axe at level 6, black axe at level 11, and yeah, gonna go pretty well. We have some oak trees near the, I believe they're right here. I think those are oak trees or somewhere here, so I will have access to oak trees. So I will chop evergreen until level 15 and then oak trees until level 30. And here's level 3 woodcutting, going crazy fast. After a little bit of woodcutting, we're now level 30 woodcutting, which means we can now cut down willow trees. I actually will not do willows for a bit, as I kind of need my fletching up and my fire making up. I do need 75 fire making as a chunk gold for a magic log, and I do need 95 fletching, which is currently behind the woodcutting. So yeah, I'll probably do oaks until I'm 35 fletching, meaning I can now fletch willow short bows, and probably until I'm 30 fire making. So more oak trees to be chopped, and then we'll finally move on to willows. Well, I was now 31 woodcutting, and I figured might as well go get myself an addy axe, as that will be the best axe I can ever use. I didn't take too long, actually. Let's see. Took 35 kills. However, no, we have to combine these two, so it took actually pretty much right on drop rate. It took 64 kills, or 63 kills, and the drop rate is 1 in 64, so yeah, pretty much bang on drop rate. I still need a granite shield from these guys, It's 1 in 128. It's pretty useless to me as I'll never use it, but I will get it eventually, just probably not now. I kind of wanted
That's
to do some AFK training and train a bit of magic, so I went ahead and killed a black dragon with magic. So that's the first KC. I did not get the visage, so I got absolutely scammed. But that was the first dragon killed. It was absolutely awful with my gear. But I do need 40 magic to be able to equip Mystic, so I might as well get it out of the way right now. But now that I've tested dragons, I will actually test hellhounds as they have a magic weakness also. So we will see if it's worth it. Let's try to spoon the smoldering stone with the very little amount of runes I have. We shall see. So I went to hellhounds and it's insane how good magic is on these guys. They have no magic defense. They do have a weakness to water spells, so I'm absolutely shredding through them. Even though I'm using Water Strike, which is the worst water spell you could use, and it's doing some solid damage. So I will probably stay here until I'm out of water runes. Try to get as high magic as I can. Like I said, I need at least 40 for Mystic. But I also really want high alchemy, so when I do eclectics, I can actually high alch the items I get, meaning that my trips will last longer, and I won't be wasting a lot of my supplies or potential money. So even though it might not be the most efficient thing to do magic with this crappy gear, I should probably wait till I have Mystic or Split Bark from Magpies and Dragon Implings. I just shred through them with this gear anyway, because have no defense and they're weak to it, so might as well train a bit of magic, and that's 35 magic, so not too bad. With this next hit, we get 40 magic, and also a nice 700 total. Feels really nice to actually be getting total levels for a change, so that's pretty nice. I'm slowly running out of water runes, so I won't be able to get to 55, but I will go back to Puro. Probably bring a low alchemy with me for the time being, so I can stay a bit longer at Eclectics, and I'm going to catch every essence and bling I see, refill all my water runes, and then I'll probably come back here when I do have better gear, as now I can actually equip Mystic, as I'm 40 magic. So for the time being, this I'll just finish up the water runes I have left. That's going to give me maybe another 20 kills. I currently have killed. That's number 36 on Hellhounds. Still no Smoldering Stone. Sad scam game, but we'll get it eventually. So what I've been doing lately, as I will need a ton, and I mean a ton of runes for um, 87 magic, which is to enchant a Onyx Bolt tip, or an Onyx Bolt, I should say. And I will be able to reduce that to 84 magic by using a Wizard Mind Bomb. The only issue is I have no feasible way of getting runes. My best way of getting runes is caching these Essence Simplings right there, but they spawn at a rate of, well, not at a rate, they spawn every 30 seconds. So for every Essence I catch, I have to wait 30 seconds for the next one. So what I've been doing is there's a Gourmet Impling right next to an Essence Simpling spawn. So I catch this Essence Simpling, and then I start catching Gourmets for about 30 seconds, and then rinse and repeat, catch the Essence Simpling. I really wanted to do Eclectics only. The only issue is that if I do Eclectics only, I'm never going to have enough runes to finish this chunk, as I have no NPCs that drop any runes. My only real way of getting runes is through these Essence Simpling. So I'll really be stuck here. Uh, it'll hurt the XP per hour a little, as Eclectics would have been faster. However, because I'm doing gourmets while I catch these Essence Simpling, it's not going to be as bad. But instead of maybe getting 15k XP per hour, I'll probably be getting 10 to 12k. So it's not great, but it is what it is. And I will obviously catch any Implings I see nearby, whether it's Eclectics and whatnot. But yeah, this is what I'm currently doing. So I'll focus mostly on Essence Simpling and Gourmets. So I will probably be able to do quite a bit more easy clue scrolls. And yeah, as soon as I have enough essence runes for 84, then I guess I can move on to something else. But I'll most likely be doing essence simpling for most of the grind, or a solid chunk of the grind. And if I do have enough magic XP banked, then I can move on to eclectics. But it's unlikely. The only upside is that Hellhounds are extremely weak to mage, while they're 50% weak to mage, so what I really need is water runes. I'm not going to be using fire spells a whole lot, as usually you would want to save your runes to do fire strike or firebolt or whatever. But because my NPCs are weak to water, whether it's hellhounds or black dragons, I'll actually be using water strike and water bolt, which will actually give me more XP per rune or per cast than it would if I was using the fire strike. So ideally, I really need water runes, which is the main thing I will be chasing. So I really want water runes from Essence Simplings. It's the most important one. So every time I get a water rune drop, it's basically the best drop I could have hoped for. So yeah, that will be what I'll be doing for quite a while, and I'll keep you guys updated. Barely missed it, but that was level 55 Hunter. Not too bad. The XP per hour is still awful here, but yeah, I really need those runes. So I would say the XP average is about 12k per hour, so not ideal, but we will power through. Been going at it pretty hard on Implinks today. Done 6 hours of Puro-Puro, give or take. Managed to get 56, about 10%, 12% done to 87. And I finally have, after a whole day of gourmet Implinks, gone a 4th step that I can do. So now I'm guaranteed to do another easy clue. So let's go back and juggle these bad boys. And we will be completing another clue scroll. Second step, this could be a clue. It is not. So 2 clues down, 2 more steps to go. And here's step 3. It's not a clue, so our last step is going... Oh, actually, that's a back-to-back step for the very first time in the account. So I'll still have 1 clue scroll on the ground, as I still have a step back at Puro-Puro. And this I can actually do, so I guess we will have 1 more clue after we're done with this one. That's kind of nice. So this is a guaranteed casket. What do we get? Yeah. I had exactly 11 thin ore from when I grinded 10 pieces of bread from Black Knights. So by using all of those, gives me exactly enough to get 2 smithing. So this is our very first smithing level. Probably won't get many smithing level, if at all, as I do have a decent amount of ores. It's just that I'm not going to have enough nature runes to smelt them all, and I also don't have a really good way of getting bronze bars, so I will try to get a few levels, because I have a ton of iron, well, a ton of iron ores. I have a decent amount of iron ores that I got from crystal chests, so if I manage to find a way of getting an okay amount of nature runes, and also get to level 15, then I might be able to work with something. But for now, these are the bars we have, and if we ever manage to get to 15, we will have a ton of iron bars, so that would be pretty nice. With this next eclectic, of course, it would run away, so not with the next eclectic, unless it comes back. Yes, with the next eclectic, unless it runs away again. It did. With the next essence sampling, we get 58 Hunter, which unlocks the nature Implings, which is the main reason why I will need to get 75 fire making, as nature Implings drop. Let's see if I can catch one nearby. Nature Implings do drop magic logs, and that means I need 75 fire making. I would be 87 fletching as well, but I do need 95 for dragon darts, so it doesn't change anything. Yeah, the catch rate is probably pretty awful at my level. Obviously, I'm the bare minimum to be able to catch them, so the catch rate is going to be awful. So I will still try to catch them, just because, you know, it's a new impling. But yeah, I've been focusing more on... There's the first nature. The first nature will be 1 Limpert seed. How fitting. Basically a goat seed. Yeah, I've changed spot a little bit. Now I am farming eclectics, and basically whenever this essence implings comes by, I catch it. I've kind of realized that there was no point in staying here for the gourmet and essence, mainly because I will have enough runes from the essence impling just from catching them when they're nearby while I grind eclectics like this. So I will do eclectics, and any essence and blinks I see, I will either dark lure them or catch them if they come by. So that will be the plan. So yeah, let's get to catching thousands and thousands of eclectics. Maybe get a medium clue scroll, although not very likely. I don't have a single set that I can do currently, but we will try. I think now's a good time to call episode 1 of the brand new season 2. It was a blast. I think it's very fitting to end on a Lambert seed. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. I shall see you fairly soon with episode 2. Don't forget to leave your RuneScape name below if you'd like a chance to win the bond giveaway. And yeah, let's go ahead with the membership shoutout and the bond giveaway result of episode number 12. See you very soon. And lastly, a big shout out to our members. In the Skillscape Master tier, we have Trout Smacker, aka Chunk Esquire. In the Dragon Defender tier, we have Zenaria. Rune Defender tier, we have Jaw Tom, aka Chalk Cox Chunk. We also have a new Rune Defender in Christopher, aka Daddy Did Me. In the Bronze Defender tier, we have Diggy, Genzenji, Segway, and Love Grim 100. A special thanks to QA that gifted 20 Rune Defender membership to these 20 beautiful people. Okay, time to do the bond giveaway result for episode number 12. Good luck, everybody. Let's load the comments, pick a winner. And QE, unfortunately, did not leave his RuneScape name in the comments below, so I have to re-roll, which is a shame because I think this one was the most liked comment. So I do apologize, but you do need to leave your RuneScape name below. Although QE does not play RuneScape, so I guess that's why he did not leave his name. So the real winner is Portuguese Man, name I2 Snuggle. So yeah, I will be contacting you in game. And if you'd like to be like this man, make sure you leave your RuneScape name below in the comments, and you'll have a chance to win the next bond giveaway result. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.